See you laughing now.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Black Caesar, and I'm the host of the hottest podcast in the Mid-South, along with the professor. No apologies needed. Presented to you by Culture Shock Radio. Hey, pay attention. Tune in. You might learn something.
If you rewind time, even kings had obstacles. That only mean there's nothing that's really stopping us. Others even patrolling, yeah, they be copping us. They should be topping us instead of trying to copy us. I ain't have a plug to spark, but I been wired up. I ain't had no torch for the flame, but I been fired up. Everything I touch gon' be gold, I got the Midas touch. They told me if it don't kill you, it only make you stronger. They told me if you don't chase it, then you don't really want it. Well, I've been patiently waiting and I can't take it much. Possess the heart of a king, a lion in the jungle. Don't really have time to wrestle, but it's a Royal Rumble. Ice cold winters, but the hot summer seem much. You should keep your head up, keep your mind up on that paper. Don't be stressing about no hate.
Nope. Yo. This is Culture Shock Radio presents No Apologies Needed.
No apologies needed.
No apologies needed. Woo, we in this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, we.
Back one more again.
Back one more time.
Yeah. So all the listeners out there, our fans, the few that we do got, but we getting bigger. Like I said, you want to comment on anything? The number is 901-422-2017. I repeat, 901-422-2017. And it just so happens, my boy Black Caesar came up with the topic today. HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. Are they still prevalent today, or do they need to close their doors?
Right. Oh, man, HBCUs, man. So give us a little background on how HBCUs started, and what was their purpose?
Sure, that's why I'm the professor. I do the research. HBCUs, or should I say historically black college or university. It is defined as a higher learning institution that was established before 1964 with the mission of meeting the educational needs of black students. Why were HBCUs created? After the Civil War, HBCUs were created to meet the educational needs of black students who previously had negligible opportunities to attend college. These schools have humble beginnings, with the first HBCUs conducting classes like in people's homes, as well as church basements and old schoolhouses. The More Act of 1890, which required states to provide land grants for colleges to serve black students, allowed HBCUs to build their own campuses, of which we have today.
Man.
And I think it's about 101, 102 of them throughout the United States.
I think it was somewhat between 100 and 107, and
give or take a few.
Yeah,
some of them are state institutions and some of them are private colleges.
Did you know that Hines at Utica and Coahoma Community College are considered HBCU?
Well, they're predominantly black. I know that much.
Right.
So this, I guess put it like this: it says college or university. So whether it's a junior college, community college, or a full-fledged university, I guess will be considered HBCU.
Right. But the fact that they were saying that is amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? That a community college, even though it's a community college, it's a HBCU. That's dope. So why are the parents of students that went to HBCUs not wanting to send their kids to HBCUs.
That's a good point. Personally, I can't answer that question because number one, I am not a parent.
Right, but it's real. Right, but
even though I did attend the HBCU myself, I'm a proud graduate of Mississippi Valley State University, class of '98. What? Yeah, I'm old.
Okay, cool.
Young buck.
Yeah, I was the class of nothing. I went to Mississippi Valley State University from 2000 to 2003, and I decided to join the workforce, so I walked away from it.
Well, everybody can't complete college, man. You know, some people have life situations and they got to handle their business, do what they got to do.
Yeah, that's
true. You did what you had to do, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, who am I to pass judgment?
You know, it was an interesting experience
because there are plenty of people that went to college and still ain't got a job in their what's the word?
In their field
or their major or their course of study.
Right. But you know, to me, I want to know why the education from an HBCU is looked down upon, like it's less from, like it's lesser education, or the degree doesn't mean as much as if it comes from Ole Miss, PWI, a predominantly white institution.
Okay, well, one thing I could say, and quote me if I'm wrong, and any viewers out there, if you listening, feel free to comment. Like I said, that little background I just gave, like I said, we had to make something out of nothing, man. So naturally, you're going to be looked down upon. Okay, most HBCUs started off, you know, teachers taking time off to teach in old schoolhouses and churches and stuff. So I mean, if you look down on that, you know, that's like saying somebody that's being homeschooled is not as educated as somebody that's went to a public school.
Okay, so
that's one point, you know.
So that's the same thing as like private schools are better than public schools per se. That's what they try to say, you know, that if you go to a private school, you have better opportunities or whatnot.
Not really. Exactly. I know plenty of people that went to public schools and doing better than some people that I know with the private schools.
Right. So this is a very touching. This is a weird topic in a sense, because I'm thinking that a lot of our black institutions, the attendance is going down. I don't think they get the funding that the PWIs get. So now it has become an institution that white people go to because they get minority scholarships to go there, which is crazy. Well, it's not crazy because they are in the minority, but it seems like our own people do not want to go to HBCU.
Well, I put it like this: if there are white people going to HBCUs to be considered minority to get the scholarship or whatever, then evidently the education that they get is just as valuable as they would if they went to a white school.
And that's what, man, that's my point too. That's a good point.
So
that's a good point.
In other words, a HBCU is probably is still needed. I put it like this: if we can, you know, do that, then you know the education should be you should be able to get just as much. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. You know, people, especially from a athletic standard, athletic perspective. I'm sorry. People are more geared, if they got kids that are athletes, they're more geared to sending their kid to a PWI, even if it's a lower level PWI. Say like Mississippi State, Ole Miss. Your kid can't get in there. He's pretty good in whatever sport. They might send him. I'm not saying Memphis is lower than them, but they might send him to Memphis because the standards to get in might be lower. You know, they probably might take a lower ACT score or whatever, you know, to get in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why people from my generation, my age range, They do not want to send their kid to a HBCU. They don't even want to send their kid on a visit to a HBCU.
Oh, talking about like when they have high school days and stuff like that.
High school day was so crunk when
Man,
I
they
went.
used to be lit,
when
man.
I went at Valley, when I went to Valley my senior year for high school day, it was lit.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't wait to go to a HBCU, man.
Yeah, man. Like, so should they close the doors? I think Bethune-Cookman almost went bankrupt, and they almost shut down. And somebody stepped in and tried to help them keep going.
Yeah, but I think that's probably due to the way the administration was running it. Because, like I said, just crooked people can pop up anywhere. I mean, just because you have a legacy of being an HBCU doesn't mean that you're, immune to greed and corruption that plague other schools too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And another thing too, man, I'm pretty sure it's $1 million boosters that's coming out of these HBCUs. I'm pretty sure that somebody, but why they not donating to the university?
I mean, some are, some aren't.
Yeah.
I mean, well, okay, let me give you this example. And I can relate to, my generation when I went to when I went to Valley, the time when I went to Valley. At the time when I went to Valley, I think the internet was just coming around. And so naturally, I had the old school way of doing term papers and research papers and, turning assignments. I had to actually use a library and a Dewey Decimal System. You know what I'm saying? I bet you couldn't even remember the 10 categories. Or was it 10? Was it 12? I don't even remember. But that's so obsolete. But like I said, with the internet and the technology that has evolved today, the black schools, educational wise, can catch up with all the PWIs. Cause I put it like this: you can't deny nobody access to the internet. Just like the same thing their computer could find on the internet, our computers could find on the internet if we really want to learn something.
True.
But like I said, the underfunding as far as the brick and mortar, or should I say the actual campus, they are, like I said, that goes to the administration, the type of people you got up in office, man. Because by law, the federal government set aside so much money for each school in the state as long as they're accredited, and the state set aside so much money. Now, it wasn't the case back in the day when they had the Ayers case, when they had actually proved that the black schools in Mississippi were being underfunded as opposed to the white schools in Mississippi. Right. You know what I'm saying? Remember that that was going on, and it was a big, issue about that when I was in college. But like I said, now you don't even hear about that because now everybody has a required minimum. Now, I'm not gonna lie. The PWIs, their alumni, they give back to their schools. I guess some of us black people, and like I said, I could be wrong, we just have the mentality of, okay, we get out and we go make something of ourselves or whatever, and we forget where we come from. The ones that are successful. But then again, they're the ones that don't make it, and they be like, well, fuck it, why I'm gonna get back to the school for? I didn't get, like we said earlier, I didn't get a job on my degree. I'm still working at motherfucking McDonald's. What the fuck I'm getting back to my school for? It didn't help me.
Right.
That might be some, bitterness that some people might have.
Yeah, true. I just don't know why that is a problem for us to even open our kids up to HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people who won't even, we're not even going on a visit. We're not even talking to them. We'd rather go to Delta State, which is, and then instead of, or we rather go to Northwest because we're not going to Kahoma. You know what I'm saying? Or we rather go to Itawamba. We're not going to Hines. I think that we always should take the motto of, and this motto about black business, trying to do, what I'm saying, support, everybody say support black business. But at the same time, we want people saying support black business, but then they turn around and don't support black business. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of this is black business. I mean, even from this podcast to other other like musical acts, or like I said in one podcast, the people who create the movies, all the way to the schools that what we're talking about now. That I understand if you a film guy, like your thing is movies, and the HBCU doesn't offer a film program for you, I understand that, but if you're going for general educational purposes, to be a teacher, doctor.
Yeah, like any academic program that the HBCU offer that any other school offer, why not go to an HBCU if you can?
Because when I was at Valley, I think we had about 5,000, maybe almost 6,000 people there. Now, I bet if we look up the attendance now, it's roughly around 3,000 now. You know what I'm saying? And that's and it should be 10,000, 15,000. It should be deep. The black university, and then if you notice, all the black colleges, historical black colleges or universities, they're in areas where the most blacks are at. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? They're in those areas. So, why we're not going there? You know what I'm saying? Unless, like, I don't know what's the enrollment of like Tennessee State, because and Tennessee State is an historical black college.
True.
And they kind of large, but Jackson State, Valley, Rust, Tougaloo. I guess I'm just geared toward Mississippi right now.
Well, I mean, that's all we can speak of, because that's where we live at. You know what I'm saying? I guess the locality of it, because you said that since most historically black colleges are basically in areas where basically black people are, what's the word? Occupied, the where the most populated at.
Right.
And, a lot, it would have to do with locality. And like I said, the mindset of most black people. Because if you grew up in a town near that black college, practically everybody go there, and you don't even want to, be around. You be like, well, so-and-so went there, he ain't doing nothing. So-and-so went there, she ain't doing nothing. I'm going to go to another school, and maybe I might have a chance to do something with myself. But like I said, you can't apply yourself to that, because just because they didn't make it don't mean you won't make it.
Right.
I'm just that, like, local businesses, like you said, local businesses, entrepreneurs, local black entrepreneurs that's trying to say support black business. It's the same way. Like with this podcast, our biggest supporters is gonna come from outside our home area.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely true.
Because we're all too familiar. True. They be like, well, hell, he went to the same school I went to. We grew up in the same town. He ain't gonna do nothing. They just trying something.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right about
I ain't doing nothing, so he ain't gonna do nothing.
You're right about that.
But yet, somebody on the outside that don't know your background and not gonna use that to judge you or prejudge you,
right.
They see, okay, I see some potential in that. I think I'm gonna invest in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we would look at, other folks.
Right.
Like I said, we won't support our local artists, but we'll be ready to support somebody from out of town quick.
Because
it's something new,
true.
It's something different.
That's so true. That is so true, because people do that. People real deal will do that, and it's sad, man. It's I like HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? Like
I know HBCUs, man.
I know some people, and I would hate to see them shut down, but I would rather see them shut down than to go down a downward spiraling road where where the enrollment takes a hit so bad that they don't know if they're going to function. Teachers not coming to teach. I don't want to see them go down that road. I would rather for them to just be like, you know what, when a university start getting to that level, like they can't retain educators, I would rather for them to start want to just say, you know what, we're going to stop it right here, instead of just saying, then instead of going from semester to semester, all right, we open this semester, I don't know if we're going to do so. We're not going to do summer school. We're going to do the fall semester, but I don't know about the spring semester. I definitely want nobody to start going through anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So,
like I said, we got to support our own, man. Like I said, I hate to say this, but sometimes we are our own enemies, man.
Yeah, we are. We definitely are. You know, like a few years ago, I think it was maybe about 5 years ago, the Grambling football team, man, their practice, their either their locker room or their practice facility was like full of mold and mildew, and they refused to play a game because of that, like because their equipment was so. And Grambling, athletic wise, is a novelty because of Eddie Robinson,
Right? Yeah.
and it's like
I think I remember that article.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
and that was like, I was like, man, how can the people who went to Grambling, I'm not saying the people who just graduated, but that should be a big time issue. You know, they should, like, the state should have stepped in, like, really, because Grambling, even though it's a historically black college, it's a historical landmark as well. Because of Eddie Robinson, because of how great of a coach he was. You know what I'm saying? And not knocking Valley, because we had the great Jerry Rice, Jackson State had the great Walter Payton.
True.
But all of these
Alcorn
things,
had Steve McNair.
Alcorn
Yeah.
has the great Steve McNair. These places, Mississippi, and I guess I'm finna talk about
Dude,
Mississippi.
We're from Mississippi. Man. That's all we can talk about, bro.
Mississippi should be like, hey, we need to make sure that these institutions stay functioning some kind of way. They need to stay functioning. But hey, you know.
Yeah, but by support, we don't necessarily mean like, okay, I'm gonna write $1,000 check to the scholarship fund. Nothing like that. It could be something as simple as going to a homecoming game. Buy a ticket. You know, that's support. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways to show support, no matter how big or how small it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, don't discourage your kids from going to HBCU. Like I said, because a lot of kids, well, a lot of students that I've come across, they probably got their bachelor's at a HBCU, but they probably went to another school after they got the HBCU to get their master's.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, you know, so like I said, just because, you know, I don't get it, because it seemed like if you're black, the first choice I would pick is a HBCU. You know, that's just me personally.
Right.
The education there is just as good as it. And plus, at black colleges, they teach you stuff that you wouldn't find in a predominantly white school. At a predominantly white school, you probably just gonna go there and just do the lesson that's assigned to you to make your grade and get your degree. There's not gonna be any type of life skills or any social economic skills to adapt, because when you get out there in the real world, whether you went to a HBCU or not, life gonna hit you, buddy.
Right.
It's gonna hit you.
Right. You right about
I know,
that.
man. I had a reality check. When I got my degree, man, you couldn't tell me nothing. I just knew I'm going to get a good paying job. I'm going to get this kind of house, get that kind of car. Man, nah. It didn't work like that, buddy.
Man, I'm going to tell you this. I met a young lady one day, and we were talking, and she was from Clarksdale. So I was like, okay, cool. And she was like, you know, she was Greek, so I asked her, you know, where she pledged at, and she was like, she pledged in Memphis. So I was like, oh, okay. And so, but then she would go on to tell me this story about when she graduated high school. She went to Coahoma. She graduated from Coahoma, and when she came to Memphis, Memphis would not accept none of her credits from Coahoma.
Talking about University of Memphis?
The University of Memphis would not accept none of her, so she had to start all over because of whatever the University of Memphis had this program that she was interested in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
even the core curriculum she had to start over
the
too?
core curriculum she had to start
like
all
World Lit and freshman comp and college algebra and all that stuff. She had to take all that over too?
She had to take all of that over. She had to start all over.
Man, there's something ain't right about that, man.
No, and I'm like, are you serious? And she was like, yeah, I'm dead serious. I said, so she said, I basically wasted 2 years of my life because I had to start over. And I was like, man, I said, that's terrible. But you know that, like, if you transfer from like Valley or something like that to a university, like, they won't take all your credits.
I know they're not. I know there's gonna be some they're not gonna take because they can't prove that the same material that you studied at this school really is the same material that you're gonna be taking at that school. Yeah, but they would take most of, but not all of them. There's gonna be a few, circumstantial situations where this class might not be accepted, and that class might not be accepted, even though it might be the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, but a whole core curriculum? Come on now, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
If the school is accredited, it shouldn't be a problem. Now, for those that's trying to go to schools like Delta Tech or schools like that, you might well give it up. Those credits will not be accepted in any type of university.
Right.
If you start there, you might well finish there.
Exactly. But you know what though? People that graduate from them places, ITT Tech,
ITT Tech. That's the other one I was thinking of. I couldn't think of
Battlerot and all
Battlerot, yeah.
Strayer. Guess what?
Strayer.
Guess what? Them motherfuckers get the best fucking jobs in their field from them places.
Because the administration, the people that work there, you know what I'm saying? They network to try to find jobs, which is basically the same thing that you should do if you go to a college. Like I said, when I graduated, I just thought, okay, I got my degree. If I apply for a job in my field, boom, I'm gonna get accepted. And like I said, reality hit hard, man. I'm sending out resumes and stuff. Then you get responses like, yeah, your resume was impressive, your application was outstanding. However, you lack experience. Well, I'm like, motherfucker, I need experience to get the damn. That's why I'm trying to get a job, so I get some damn experience.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I hate that shit.
Man,
I hate to hear. Oh, we need experience. Oh my, how can I get experience if don't nobody have no entry level? I guess, but you know what they want you to do though? They want you to be a fucking intern for free, and they don't want you to
free labor.
Get paid. Yeah, they want this like slave labor type deal, and have your ass working for free, and then guess what? When the end of your internship come along, they let you go. They don't even hire you on.
Yeah, but like we understand you worked for us, but we don't have no openings now at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that shit ridiculous, man. It's fucking retarded. That's what it is. And and we just talking about the educational system as a whole right now, you know what I'm saying? That this is what they do to us. And it don't make any sense for them to do that. So even though with our even though we as a black community, black or African American, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it, even though we excel every single time, and we still, and they should be looking at like HBCU, African Americans, they always doing something great. Why this degree can't be accepted? Because this is what's crazy. We can have 3 people get an accounting degree. One can get it from Harvard, one can get it from, let's say, the University of Tennessee, and the other one can get it from Alcorn. And they're gonna hire the person from Harvard first. But just say the person from Alcorn then had experience in accounting, been doing it, and then they'll still hire the person from Harvard.
Fresh out of school.
Fresh out of school. Because of the Harvard name.
The name, yep.
And this shouldn't be like that. It should be a way. It should be, okay, I'm gonna look at these degrees and whoever interviewed the best. Some people can't interview.
Or give them a test. Whoever passed the test.
Right. But that shit kills me, man. And they be like, because you from a black college, you went to Tuskegee. You went somewhere, like that. But HBCUs, man, I'm praying that they don't start to shut them down one by one, like a systematic shutdown thing, like, because we really do need these schools. We need these colleges. And
like I said, especially for black folks, I mean, the culture that's around the HBCU, you'll probably be more comfortable going to one than you would going to a PWI.
True.
I mean, cause like I said, you could develop more social skills at HBCU than you would at PWI. Cause with the PWI, it's gonna be you and a few other black kids that go there, and y'all just gonna be hanging together. And then that don't guarantee that y'all gonna be together for long, because as soon as somebody of the other race intervenes, one of y'all is gonna try to outdo the other one to impress them, to be a part of a system that's gonna reject you anyway.
Man.
And you know what? And you know what? Case an example.
Oh,
I don't know if this is prevalent today, but when I went to Valley, and I'm using it from a Greek standpoint. Like I said, I pledged Alpha, and you know, I had some classmates pledge Kappa. Well, at the time I was there, Q's went on the yard. They were suspended. You know, that's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that one day. And you know, I had a couple partners that played Sigma or whatever. But on the campus, it was really Greek unity. Even though we laugh, Joan, talk shit about each other, you know, or whatever, you know, in the competitive nature. But at the end of the day, it was all love. We'll still kick it. We'll still, you know, socialize, fraternize, whatever you want to call it. Because at the end of the day, we know we were all brothers. You know what I'm saying? But we had a chapter at Delta State, which was our sister, you know, our sister chapter was over at Delta State. Okay. So, you know, we were cool with the frat from over there. But for some reason, now this was back then. I don't know how it is now. But for some reason, the Kappas at Delta State and the Alphas at Delta State did not get along at all. And you would think, hold on. And the reason I'm saying is, you would think that at a PWI, the few black people that are there, they should stick together instead of being divided.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You would think that. You would think that.
I would think that, but I mean, that totally blew my mind when I went over there, because like I said, when the boys over at OSI, which is Delta State chapter, Alpha Phi fraternity, my boys at OSI, what's up, 06, that year they went over, they were going we were celebrating. So it just so happens that the Kappas were throwing a party at the Armory in Cleveland. Is that what the place at? The Armory?
Yeah.
So we like, okay, let's all roll over there and just party with everybody, you know, so the boys can have, you know, something to celebrate. They coming out or whatever. Don't you know a fight broke out there?
Yeah. I can imagine.
I'm like, really? This wouldn't have happened like at a HBCU, you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Well, it didn't happen at HBCU when I was going. Like I said, times are different now.
Shit. Hey, I can't.
We didn't, like I said, we didn't have no fights like that.
You graduated.
Now, we will fight somebody to try to perpetrate.
you graduated in 98. I came in 2000. I done seen guns get pulled on folks.
Hey,
Greek,
times have changed, man.
Well, you know, Greek, you know, in Greek life, I seen folks pull guns on them. And you know what I'm saying? And to the point where you real deal want to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened when I was there, you know what I'm saying? We talking about Greek life. It had became,
of course the topic's gonna come up with HBCUs. Come on now.
It had became almost like a gang. It was like, that's what it was like. You know, it was really like gang affiliation. Like, you know.
You said under our tree.
Yeah. It was like gang. It was like gang affiliated. You know what I'm saying? And we had problems with guys, you know, that because people talk too much, you know, and things had escalated. Like,
well, let me input a little something on that. I believe that comes up to the organization itself, because what you want in your organization or your Greek fraternity or sorority or whatever is somebody that's going to be outstanding and positive. You're not going to put anybody in there that's going to jeopardize your organization, because once you in that organization, you lose your identity. Like, I'm not the professor. I'm not Derek no more. You're not Black Caesar no more. You a Sigma. You a Alpha. You know, you're supposed to carry yourself a certain way. But due to these new processes that have been implemented, basically it's like anybody that got the money to pay to get in the organization can get in it. And you don't have time to screen them and observe them.
That's what I was gonna say.
Or well, we can't say pledge no more, but I'm just gonna say initiate them or whatever. You don't have time to screen them no more, and so like he might appear okay the first few weeks, or the first few months or whatever it is the process is or whatever. But after he get in, then everything comes out.
Right.
Like before you know it, you probably let somebody has a short temper in, or somebody that I hate to go there, but there was always a big stigma. We always say you didn't want no homosexual in your group because that would stigmatize the whole group.
Man.
I'm just saying.
True.
I
mean, that was true. But I mean, you got a point. With all of that, but because man, when you crossing 20, 30 individuals, 15 individuals, 12 individuals, you really don't know until after, like.
Yeah,
you find out what's what when the changing of the guard happens. The changing of the guards when because most organizations take freshmen. So you got your seniors and the guys that's been there, for 2-3 years.
Right.
They leave. Now you got maybe a sophomore. You might have some juniors and sophomore. They running the show now, and they running a little different. They try to pledge everybody. Well, not pledge. They try to get everybody from their particular area to be a part. That's when it started getting gang like. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you from Greenville and we this. Man, we want you in this, and that's when it starts to the shift, because it's supposed to be all about black unity. Even though you repping different colors, different things, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's still supposed to be about black unity. You know what I'm saying? Like we
like a buddy system. It's like you're not even looking at like who's gonna uplift the fraternity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I said, you can have this student over here. He might be majoring in something in like, computer science or some genius, 4.0 GPA or whatever. He might do a good job for the fraternity, but yeah, you gonna overlook him because he don't socialize with people too much, or he don't do this or he don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got your buddy over here. His GPA barely a 2.5, but he can step real good. We can put him on in the frat. Yeah, he'll win the Greek show for us.
Right.
Right.
Man, what I'm saying, that's the thing, man. Like, I done seen it, man. Even like when I came, we were into it with our own sisters, and I'm looking like, why? Could nobody tell our line why? We just know we was just being fed that, hey, we don't fuck with them. We don't talk to them. They don't fuck with us. We don't fuck with them. So,
and the bad part about it could have been something personal.
So after
one of the friends probably broke the bro code or something, and now it just turned personal.
When the changing of the guard happened, then we started socializing with our sisters. We started talking to them. We started doing barbecues. We started doing you know what I'm saying, getting it, throwing parties with them. And to come to find out, back before we came, somebody slept with somebody, the shit ended bad, and they friends was at they friends,
right?
And then it put a rift between two organizations that a rift shouldn't even be a part of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but then we kind of meshed that together, you know what I'm saying? My line brother Damien, he was real integral in making that, bridging that gap. Now, what it's like now there, I have no idea. But I know the few years I was there, we kind of mended that little gap that we had.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. And then like as the year, I started understanding why at Valley the Kappas started crossing people every 2 years. And I started seeing why they was only taking juniors and seniors. That's what they were doing. South, they took one freshman because his dad had started that chapter. So they took him because his dad had started the chapter.
Oh, so, legacy thing. Yeah.
But not just because his daddy started the chapter, man. So they took him. But everybody else was like sophomores and juniors.
Man, we didn't care.
You know what I'm saying? but they never.
Was a brother that wanted to join the fraternity when we was there, and his dad was like one of the charter members of the chapter. It's supposed to be like a legacy or something. We still didn't accept him because we knew what he was about.
No, I'm saying because the only freshman that they took. While I was there, he was the only freshman. They didn't take freshmen. You had to be sophomore or junior. I don't think they even took seniors because you was leaving.
I know, right? Because it's like if you're a senior, you're not doing. You can't do no work for or no service for the fraternity. Yes. You're just getting your letters and gone.
Yeah. So by them doing every 2 years, so by the time the sophomore, and they never had any problems. They were quiet. They were, you know what I'm saying? They did their thing. They had their party, and we were party with them. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll do joint functions with them. You know what I'm saying? When no Omegas on our yard. Well, I take that back. 03, the Omegas came back. They came back, and you know what I'm saying? So we had everything except our oldest, I think. But you know, like
I'm still trying to figure out where the hell they come from. They just popped up out of nowhere. But anyway, carry on. Oldest, yeah.
But man, we saying, man, but getting back to the HBCU thing, it should be about unity and the fact that we got somewhere to go and we're not gonna be judged, we're not gonna be persecuted or anything like that because we're here, we're in our own element, and we're having, you know, saying like. It's supposed to be like a big family reunion.
True.
But we don't even want to go there. We do not want to go to the HBCUs now. We want to go to Tennessee, Kentucky. We want to go to Ole Miss, Alabama, Auburn. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to go to Alabama State. You know, like then like at Valley. Because I seen this post, I don't know if you saw this post on Facebook about somebody said Willie Titan is destroying, because they brought him back as like a quarterback's coach or something like that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And they saying that he's destroying the football program. Man, that guy, I don't know how he even fixed his fingers to type that. When Willie Titan is a legend, him and Jerry Rice pretty much made Valley relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them alone.
Yeah, if it wasn't them two,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't even think nobody like Mississippi. What? You went to what?
Right.
All you gotta do is say, yeah, this school Jerry Rice went to. They be like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
I have to tell that to like a lot of folks. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the ones that like up north that don't know. But you know what? By you saying that, like I said, HBCUs as far as like getting a job in your field, if you got your degree, if you go to a company that doesn't, okay, I'm just saying a company out of the state. I'm just gonna say a company that's not, you know, familiar with the schools in Mississippi. So let's just say you go to Texas, you know, or whatever, move to Texas or whatever. If you put on that application that you got your degree from Mississippi Valley State University, they're just going to see, okay, university degree. Okay, he qualified.
Right.
It's around here where I think favoritism is more selective as far as HBCU. Because even with the person that don't know where you got your degree from, if they go online and look up the school, and then of course it's gonna have the biography. This is a 4-year accredited school. You know, it's accredited. You know, state approved. Blah blah this, blah blah that. They just want to know if it's a real school because people lie on the application in a minute. So if they go online and see that, hey, Valley State was a real school, then like, okay, he got a degree. It's in the field. You know, we give him a chance, an equal chance. But like around here, you know, you got, you know, this Mississippi State, Ole Miss, you know.
Buddy system.
Yeah,
it's a buddy
basically.
Buddy
system. If the person at HR went to Ole Miss and he see an application with somebody that graduated from Ole Miss, the degree might not even be related to the damn job. It might be a manufacturing company, but the dude got his degree in agriculture. Just because he went to Ole Miss, they gonna give this motherfucker the job.
Man,
he don't know shit about manufacturing.
That's what they're gonna do, man. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Because, man,
then you wonder why a lot of people leave out of the state and don't come back because the state don't even support them.
That's right, Mississippi. Man, I love where I live, man, but Mississippi one of the worst places to live. Like, I'm talking about poverty level is through the roof, and people think because you making $35,000 that
you'd have made it. Like,
man,
ooh, you made $35,000 a year.
That's if somebody tell you, "Ooh, you made $35,000 a year," that shows you the level of poverty because they're paying people $12 an hour, $10 an hour around parts of Mississippi. Now, granted, you can if you making 50 to 60,000, you can have a good ass life here in Mississippi
because the cost of living is different.
It's different, yes. But man,
tell that to somebody that works up in Indiana somewhere.
Yeah. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit. I make $50,000 a year. Like, shit, yeah, I did that at my first job.
Shit, tell people that live in parts of Memphis. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Tennessee just as poor. Alabama just as poor. Louisiana, Arkansas,
man, all these states in the southeast region,
in this place called the Bible Belt. Is
Bible Belt. I forgot about that. Yeah, Bible Belt. They'll work. Yeah, I get that.
Like until you even now, like people think they doing hot shit making 55,000, and then you move out somewhere like Dallas and you barely can pay your fucking rent or mortgage on 55,000 a year.
Man, ain't no way in hell.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, man. Like these places, like what we need from the state of Mississippi, personally, we need them to stop looking at HBCUs as a fucking preschool.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far as preschool. I'm just gonna say an advanced high school.
Yeah. Well, we'll say that. You know, we need them to stop looking at that. We need them to start looking at, goddamn, as they are on the same level with the Ole Misses, Mississippi States of the world, and then on top of that, to say Ole Miss, you allow a fucking Klan rally on your campus. And then, black people, they have a fucking Klan rally.
I would have canceled my enrollment that year.
Man, they had a fucking Klan rally on the campus. On the campus, man. And you mean to tell me that's the school you want to go to? That didn't send up some motherfucking.
But you got some people, man. I'm just here to get my degree. I'm getting my shit. I'm getting out of here.
That's true. That's what some people do. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I was talking to my kid.
Have some dignity, man.
I was talking to my 14-year-old, and she was talking about going to different schools. She already talking about college. You know what I'm saying? She was like,
that's good. Get them started early. Let them think about that stuff.
And like, she got like a 4.0 GPA right now.
Somebody talk to me about college before I up and decided.
Like, she got
I didn't have that parental support.
She got like a 4.0 GPA. So she was like, Daddy, I'm thinking about like Vanderbilt for what she want to do. She said something about she want to be a pediatrician. So she was like, she looking at like Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
She said something about Ole Miss because she went on a tour to Ole Miss and she liked the campus or something and all that. And then she did say Delta State. So I said, well, whatever you decide, I'm with you all the way. But
right,
you know, let's look at some black colleges. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what UAP be like. I don't know, but what I want to do is my baby senior year when she like the campus or something. When they become seniors, what I really want to do is we're gonna hit a little road trip, you know. We're gonna go to some HBCUs, you know what I'm saying? Even if we go out to we want to go out to like even Texas Southern We're gonna go to Arkansas Pine Bluff. We're gonna go to Mississippi Valley, Jackson State, Alcorn. I want to take her to these places. I want to take her to some. I want to take her to Tuskegee. I want to take her to Spelman. Well, Spelman, yeah, Spelman, because she can't go to Morehouse. I don't think.
Whichever one is for the guys,
girls.
and one for
Clark,
girls, right.
Clark Atlanta.
I think Clark Atlanta is both.
Both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to take her to Georgia State. You know, I want to take her to Fort Valley. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm ready to take her to all of those because that shit is like. But I still want her to see
what it's like and let her make her own decisions.
Right.
Which one she might be comfortable at.
Right.
Because I put it like this. HBCUs are still needed. As long as racism is prevalent today, we need HBCUs more than ever.
Right.
Because you could easily be black and go to a white school. You know, I'm tired of saying PWIs or whatever. Fuck it. If you black and go to a white school,
right,
you still gonna have that group of neo-Nazis, Klansmen, and they gonna harass black students or whatever.
Yep.
Or whatever. You know, vandalizing the black student stuff, hanging nooses on a tree in front of your dorm and throwing swastika signs, you know, on painting swastika signs on the walls and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come across that. And if you don't want your child exposed to that, like I said, why not go to a HBCU?
True. Man, my cousin, he graduated from Pineywood. He went to Pineywood and graduated from Pineywood, got a scholarship to Oklahoma State in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Oklahoma State. He was out there probably a year. They was out on the yard or whatever. They was having a little party or whatnot. And some white boys rolled by on a pickup truck and was yelling out, nigger this and nigger that, nigger this. And he knew one of the guys that was on the truck. And when they came back around, he caught him. And he hit the boy with a baseball bat. He almost killed him.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin ended up going to prison.
Okay.
Well, no, he didn't go to prison. He went to county jail. They was holding him, trying to see if the guy was going to die or whatnot. But he didn't. Fortunately, the guy didn't. So my cousin ended up transferring to Tennessee State.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He ended up going to a black college. And you know what I'm saying? And we always used to joke because he pledged Kappa.
Okay.
So we end up, we always used to joke and trip about him pledging Kappa and me pledging Sigma, and we always talk. But he talked about that experience. He was like, it was cool. Oklahoma State, the camp. He said, cool. He said, man, no matter where we go, man, the racism it don't matter. They don't care if I put up 30 points a night.
You still gonna be a nigga.
They care about me for them 48 minutes that we playing basketball, or the 40 minutes that we playing basketball.
Not if you're losing.
You know what I'm saying? Then after that, it's back to normal. You know what I'm saying? It's back to normal. And that shit there is so fucking crazy. You know, like white people, some white people, I don't say all.
No, because just like there are white people that'll be quick to help you, there is black people that's quick to down you.
Right.
So all white people not racist and all black people ain't helpful.
Right. So some white people look at you as a commodity. Okay. What can we use them for? How long can we use them for? And when he's no good to us anymore, we get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can look at that like in the NFL. You can look at
that could be any sport. Hell, that could be any job.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, with a regular job,
in employment, that could be for that too.
Well, but with a regular job though, it takes something above that for them to get rid of you. It takes something above because of your knowledge. They can't just say, "Oh, okay."
They'll find legal loopholes now.
But I'm saying it'll have to be like budget cuts or something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about like
yeah, true.
If they would do,
like at the casino, Everybody that know me know which casino I worked at, but I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to be the liability being sued. Even though I'm not gonna apologize for what I'm about to say, because this is no apologies needed. You could have a black person that worked there for so many years and work their way up to like a management position, doing the job good. I'm saying, know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then here comes the white person or the intern or somebody that just fresh out of college or whatever. Have that black person to train them, and then find a way to get rid of the black person and then give the white person a job. Or either make that white person supervise over them. I've seen it plenty of times, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
They
use you as a commodity, and when they figure out they don't need you no more, they get rid of you.
Right.
So the same thing in the workplace is the same thing in the NFL or in other like sport activity.
Right.
You know,
yeah, I can see from that perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like they get you to train somebody, and then the next thing you know,
this motherfucker got your job.
The next thing you know,
or either he your supervisor, she your supervisor all of a sudden.
You know what I'm saying?
Like hold the fuck up.
You train this person, and then the next thing you know, man, they call you an officer, you got a sexual harassment claim against you. Or some old dumb shit like that.
Some dumb shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't make sense.
Or here go another one. Your job has been eliminated. Would you like to take a severance package? Yep. Or would you accept a position that has a lower pay and a lower rank or whatever? It happens all the time, man.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah,
corporate restructuring. That's what they call it.
Yeah, they do. That's what I was saying. Like they will come up with something. Like we talking about athletes. They could just say, "Hey, how long you been in? He been in 7 years. Okay, let's get rid of him. You're cut." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're cut.
Just like that.
Just like that. You're cut. But in the corporate world, they can't just say you ain't did nothing. Like, damn, I can't just say, "Hey man, go home, don't come back." They figure out a way.
No, they gotta find something.
He's making $50,000, and we can pay Jimmy $30,000. Oh yeah. So okay. So let's phase the job, and what they do. I'm gonna tell you what they do too. They'll phase your job out, and 2 years later, bring your job back and put somebody
the other person in it.
Yep, put the other person in it, and that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it happen at that workplace.
Yeah,
like I said, I've seen it all times. Like I said, I've been there 19 years, man. I've seen some shady shit go on.
Yeah, I worked at a casino.
Even in my department, they were bringing in people that didn't have no experience, starting them off more than what we were making.
And then they always tell you got to sign that disclosure about
you can't tell each other how much you salary, make, man. Yeah. Fuck that.
And you know people gonna discuss how much they make, man.
Yeah, but we can't keep no damn secret, nigga. We gonna talk that shit.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is.
And we going straight to HR.
That shit crazy, man. Like, people, man.
And another thing I learned, HR is not for the employees. HR is there to protect the company. HR, you think HR got your back? They don't.
HR, no.
The only time they have your back is if what you asking for or whatever you request doesn't affect them. They're gonna see if it affects them first. If it don't affect them, then sure, they'll give you what you ask for if it don't cost them nothing. Yeah. But let it be something that's gonna be detrimental to them. Nah, buddy, they're not gonna back you up. They're gonna act like they're gonna back you up, but they're not.
Yeah, that's true.
HR is part of the
corporate structure.
Yeah, the corporate structure. Yeah. They can't join the union or nothing like that to be on the worker side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's for those people that want to run the HR all the damn time.
Right.
Fucking snitch.
That's what they be doing. HR.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, but you got a point though. The HR, HR reps, they gonna give you what the company requires you to have.
And probably was holding it. They could have been gave it to you. They were just holding it back to see if somebody would ask. And then when you finally ask, you thinking, "Oh God, they gave us this." Like, motherfucker, you supposed to been had that.
And that's what I be saying about taxes. You know what I'm saying? I know that, and I know this is totally off the HBCU topic, but
I was just saying, this is one of the realities of people that go to HBCUs as opposed to going to a PWI. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like with taxes, people be so excited to get a fucking refund when it's your money to begin with. It's your money that they took from you,
and you don't really get all of it back that you paid.
Check this out. This how fucked up America is. Damn. Yeah, this is how fucked up America is. All right, you get paid. they tax your pay, right? You get paid, they tax your pay, then they fuck that. Let me say it like this. They tax you for work, they tax you for working and getting paid, then they tax you for spending the money that they done tax that you done work to get. They tax you again to buy shit. Then they turn around, they tax you to live in the residence that you live in. If you buying a house,
property taxes. Yeah,
they tax you. Bro, that shit don't make sense. How are you charging me to spend my own money? You charging me to spend my money. You charging me to live here.
Man, you getting raped. Every hole open.
Every
hole open.
That shit.
Mouth.
That shit is crazy. And
booty hole.
And people
ear,
don't see that.
They stick a dick in your ear everywhere. Wherever they can fuck you, man.
Everywhere. No Vaseline.
Up your nose.
Like Ice Cube. No Vaseline. And people don't even be understanding what the fuck they be like, what be going on. And this shit just, and I sit back and I think about a lot of shit and I be like, this shit's fucking stupid. We getting fucked around every which way.
That $50,000 a year job don't seem like as much now.
You know what I'm saying? We get fucked around every which way. You buy a car, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you paying taxes on that.
I would rather for them to just be
then
like,
the state gonna get in on it, then the county gonna get in on it because you're tagged.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody gonna get in on that
Everybody gonna
shit.
get in on it.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how we have to pay this money, but why we got to do all this. Like, I understand the government. Like, another thing too, the government's supposed to work for us, right?
Yeah,
they supposed to work for us.
Because we the ones vote them motherfuckers in. They supposed to do what we want,
and we pay their salaries.
Literally,
you know what I'm saying?
Literally,
we pay
it's collective. Yes, we pay their salaries.
We pay their salaries. You know, so like when the people say something, it shouldn't be no questions asked. I mean, but people are fickle. But at the same time, it should be something that should be seriously looked at. You know, we are in a situation that we're in a situation right now that, man, we can't even function because of the government. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine if they weren't taxing the shit and then they weren't taxing the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? If they was actually trying to say, okay, we're going to help y'all make it. We're going to help y'all live. Other than trying to give your ass food stamps and welfare, then put you in a situation with that shit. Because they don't really want you to have that shit no way. They just want to give you something to fucking, what they call it, pacify you. Yeah. Yeah, you know. And we be going through it. We be going through a lot of bullshit for nothing, you know what I'm saying? And it don't make any sense. We be going through a lot of bullshit for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then now, like we talking about this, they want to take guns and shit. But America was built on taking shit.
Oh yeah.
They still taking shit. Oh, you don't wanna give us a fair price on your oil. Okay, we're gonna liberate your people. But that's what the fuck they disguise that shit with democracy. But really, they ass finna go over here and be like, well, we're gonna just eliminate who we need to eliminate and put who we want in power, then we're gonna get whatever the fuck we want out of it. Seriously. I know this off the damn HBCU topic, but shit, man, it's still about oppression. It's still about oppression because historically black colleges and universities came about because of oppression.
Of oppression, yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
White folks won't let us in their school, so fuck it. We create our own schools. I mean, that's just what everything we did.
And I wish we would go back to fucking segregation. Shit. Because maybe then we'll start trying to be like, okay, we got to have our own shit.
I mean, that basically, you know what? That's what basically put black unity together is segregation. Because if you're forced to live with your own people, you got to learn how to work with them.
Exactly.
But now since you integrated everything, you got some that is for the unity, and then you got the some that's trying to get into this system that been oppressed us, thinking that the grass green on the other side.
No.
But you fail to realize once you get over there, you still a fucking nigga.
People always want to talk about, oh, now we got to sit at the table. What the fuck we need to sit at the table for? Let's get our own table. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever
I'm like,
heard?
hell, we made shit out of nothing anyway. Like I said, even during the slavery days, we were creative. Hell,
Exactly.
when the fucking
That's why you eat chitlins.
that's what I'm saying. When the white folks was eating the ham and the damn pork steak and the pork chops and shit, and gave us the damn scraps, what the fuck we made out of that shit? We made chitlins, we made hog maws, we made pig feet, pigtails, hog head sauce out of all the shit the white folks that eat, and we made that a meal. And some of us people eat that today. You can't tell me nothing because they still sell that shit at the grocery store.
Right. You ain't lying about that.
We known to make shit out of shit. If we put all that energy we put together, man, no telling what we could do, man.
Man, exactly.
They already feel like they're finna be outnumbered anyway. That's why they carrying out these anti-abortion laws and all this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because, blacks, Mexicans, or should I say African Americans and Hispanics, hey, our generation, man, we're multiplying at a high rate.
Yeah.
And white folks are really going to be the minority.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is not racist. That's just facts, man.
That's true. That is true. That's true, man. Man, that shit is crazy.
And another thing I have to say about, the reason why HBCUs came up, because like I said, we had to create our own shit, If you notice, every other culture that comes over here, from, other countries, because, United States is supposed to be a land of immigrants, everybody pursuing the American dream over here, blah, blah, blah. Why is it that every culture that comes over here, they keep their history, their legacy, their heritage intact?
Yeah.
Because even though Mexicans, Hispanics come over here, they still speak their native language and learn English. And the Chinese, when they come over here, they speak their native language. They practice their own religion and they speak English.
Exactly.
The Hindus, when they come over here, they speak their language. We are the only folks that don't have our own heritage because, we didn't come over here willingly. We came over here, well, you know the story. Right. I don't even want to get into that, man. It make my high blood pressure run up.
That's true. Man, yeah. They be so big. They so big against Hispanics and shit, right? But yet and still, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole.
What that got to do with the topic?
No. What it has a lot to do with the topic.
Okay, I understand. Okay,
what you just said.
Because we don't have our own, so it's like we try to fit in with everybody else.
I'm not talking about the black people. I'm talking about America celebrates Cinco de Mayo, even though they so against Hispanics being over here. Even though they so against Mexicans, coming over here.
It's celebrate to a certain point. It's not like they let schools out for Cinco de Mayo.
No, I ain't saying they let schools out, but everybody, turn on Fox, CNN on fucking May 5th, and you're gonna see Happy Cinco de Mayo, all this shit. What I'm getting to the point of,
you're not gonna see Happy Africa Day.
You're not gonna see Juneteenth. You're not gonna see none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting to the point of this. America. The people who were here were already here. Whether they were Native, they want to call them Native Americans, right, or more likely they were black because the black population is the majority on this earth. So those people were black. But anyway, everybody came over here, like you was talking about, kept their heritage. The fucking Polish people, when they came, the Italians, when they came. That's why you got places in New York, Little Italy, and all this shit. Yeah. Oh, that's the Polish section right there. That's the and look at the damn.
And you wouldn't dare be caught in that area.
And look at the fucking divide that America put in this motherfucker when they came over here. Okay, this part of the city, that's for the Polish. This part of the city for the Italians. This part of the city for the Europeans or the Germans or whatever. This part is for this. America been segregated and divided since its inception. But the only thing that happened, the white people got smart and said, hey, look, we're going to band together to go against this one group. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? The Polish people went over here. They went over here when slavery was going on. They didn't come to like the 1920s, the 1930s. That's when the Great Migration started to happen,
So in other words, you saying the one group of people that everybody wanted to ban against would be us.
Exactly.
Because we were the only ones that didn't come by
free will. We came by
force. we were brought with the perception that we were gonna be controlled and stay forever under control. So now they gotta keep us under control.
Right. They brought us over here on the back of, hey, we gonna get these folks to do this. And I say this all the time. I don't believe that the slave trade, the amount of people that they brought over here that they said they brought over here, I don't believe they brought that many people over here. I believe they enslaved the people that were already here first. You know, people were talking about these, because guess what? A lot of black people, when they get to tracing their damn lineage, somewhere they great grandfather or great grandmother or great great grandmother, grandfather, they was fucking Indian. They were native.
Yeah, they
you know
got Indians in them. Yep.
They got Indian in them. So
you got that good house. You got an Indian house.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how that's the shit that we don't like. We need to see that shit. We need to see it. Black people need to see it. Like, hey, we gotta stop going against each other and try to help each other, but we can't do it. For some reason, we can't. I don't know why. I mean, because I guess they instilled the envy and the jealousy and the hate in us when they brought us over here.
Divide and conquer, man.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer.
And they was like that. They was divided. The Polish couldn't stand the Germans because of what Hitler did. But now the motherfuckers together, they cool. You know what I'm saying? They like, fuck it. They all in the clan.
But I put it like this, man.
Them God-fearing
if the white
Christian
folks
clans.
They were so bent on, and when we say white folks, we talking about the racist ones. We're not talking about the good-natured ones. They were so bent on trying to oppress our race. In a way, they kind of brought it on themselves, and this is my aspect of it. I could be wrong. When you hear the stories about the white slave masters raping our black women and stuff,
right,
getting them pregnant, you already was diluting your generation then.
They started it. Yeah. They started it.
So what you expect?
No, they started.
If you're going to become a minority now, because, by the stigmatism, they already said, if you got one drop of black blood in you, then you consider black. We don't care how white you look.
Right.
So with that being said, and that other point being made, your race becoming a minority was going to happen anyway.
No, and they scared, man. They think in the next 30 to 50 years, it won't be a white race, but...
And now you got all this stuff, like all these
no
rules,
abortions,
laws, eliminating interracial marriages and all that type of stuff. Your race is still getting more diluted.
And then we talk.
I said about 400 years, everybody gonna be one race.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be one race in about 400 years.
And then they be talking about like the abortions and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the gay marriages. But check this out though. This is why white people getting up in arms and too about the gay marriages and shit. Because guess who getting married? Majority of the white people are getting married. We got some black gays in there, but I guarantee you, if we can find the percentage.
Well, when you look on reality TV, you see more gay white couples than you see black couples. So hey, I'm not saying they out there.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So in the abortions, you know what I'm saying? Like they a lot of people think, oh, it's majority of black people getting abortions. No. It's majority of white people getting abortions. That's why they coming up with this law to try to stop all this abortion, because they know that their population is dwindling year by year. It's dwindling. Ours is dwindling too, but ours is dwindling because we make up 60% of the fucking prison population.
Yeah, like I said, they're dwindling. our race is dwindling because of, like I said, the either we dying or we going to prison. That's being set up in a system that wasn't designed for us anyway.
Right, and we, you know what I'm saying, like we're not having, and black people not having kids like they used to have. Now they having 1 or 2, maybe 3.
Like I said, every once in a while you'll come across the single black mother that has 5-6 baby daddies, but like I said, you got white folks out there too. They're not showing it on TV, but it's out there though. Just like it's more white folks on welfare than it is black folks. It just seems the perception is more black folks. Because every time you see something on the news, they're always showing black folks standing in the welfare line. They don't show the white folks standing in that damn line.
Right.
They have a line, but it be like at the back where nobody can't see them. They don't show that shit on TV. Or they get their shit through the mail. Or they get their shit at their house. They don't have to stand in line for their shit.
Man, look.
Hey, I'm just saying,
no,
man.
No.
The numbers can be manipulated to be anything.
You cool, man. You cool.
I'm just saying like it is. If anybody disagree, like I said, call in 901-422-2017. We in this bitch as long as we can be.
Look, man, look. This is what's funny. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you saw this particular no, I don't want to do that. It was a this guy, right?
Uh-huh.
He had 28 children by 16 different women.
Oh, I saw that post on Facebook. I'm like, dude, what the what? 28
Yeah,
your child support, dude. What the really?
He probably not paying child support.
He can't afford to. 28 kids. What they gonna get? 16 cents a piece?
I wouldn't be surprised.
After his check gone. And what the kids go, because the state gonna get their portion for each child that they put him on.
Man,
and he gonna have shit left out. They can't put no child support on him.
Right, like for real. I need to find that shit. I need to find that clip. I'm pretty sure some people have seen that shit. I need to find that clip
for real though.
I need to find that clip,
man. Yeah, and it said one dude said he had 4 kids by 4 different women, and one dude. Yeah, I think I know that. Yeah, I just listened to the introduction. After I heard that 28, I clicked it off, man. I'm like, man, I don't even want to hear how this gonna go.
This clown. No, but look though, people get mad, right? I'm gonna look this up. People get mad about this guy having fucking 28 kids with 28
with 16 different women or something, some whatever number it was.
But at the same time, they don't get mad at women. They got 4 kids by 4 daddies, or 5 kids by 5 daddies, 6 kids by 6 daddies. That clip was funny. They don't get mad at that.
Cause that's the stereotype saying that men are dogs or whatever, and she was in love and got tricked by every one of the men that got her pregnant.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's like the innocence or whatever.
But like, it's at the same time, man, these what they call them, these two-way roads. And I ain't post that in the group, did it? I didn't post. Did I post that?
I don't know. Was it in a group or was it on your personal page?
I think it was I know it was on my personal page.
Yeah.
So like, I gotta. It was fucking hilarious, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting up there tripping. I'm looking like, what the fuck is really going on?
I'm trying to figure out how the hell you get 28 kids. I'm like,
shit.
Even that. Man, a lot of them probably going to the same school in the same classroom, probably dating each other, don't even know they brother and sister.
Man, dude was a dick slanging dog. You know what
28 kids?
28 kids, man. 28. By 16 different.
Man, I know some people that don't even want the one kid they got. 28.
Man, dude had 28 kids. I could have swore. Here it is.
There you go.
Here it is, right here.
28 children, 16 women.
So let me see if I can put this on the.
I was like,
because we're gonna need people to see this shit. Cause you gotta see it to get the gist of what the fuck he got going on, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the gist of it.
And like I said, this is one of the things that just make black people look bad, man.
Yeah. So. Alright.
And here my black ass here sitting don't even have one kid.
With different women. Nathaniel.
Get big.
And this got 28 children.
Parents.
We gonna play it.
Yeah, is it
No,
coming right there?
I know. I ain't
Okay,
trying.
I was just asking.
I ain't trying. I'm trying to make sure all this straight first
Right.
before I do it. Let's see.
Before we get shut down
No,
by the powers that be, cause we some
Nah.
black men speaking the truth.
Nah, we not gonna get shut down by none of that. You ain't gotta worry about that. And I don't know. Is this I don't know who this woman is. So.
We also
I know
have
who it is. I just can't
5
pronounce her
other
name.
men who have
is it
multiple
Ayanna
children.
Van
Yeah,
Zandt?
with
what
different
you just
women.
said. I can't pronounce her
Nathaniel.
name for shit.
Stand up. How many children?
28,
How many women?
16,
Terrence.
Damn.
4
4
children,
with,
2 different women.
yeah.
That's
Ryan.
cool.
I'm not gonna say that's cool, but still, that's
Almost
better
5
than.
children with 4.
Almost 5.
Yes, I
now
have
talk
another.
to me about our almost 5.
I have another baby due November 22nd.
So 4
Got one on the
children,
way.
4 children.
How many
with
mothers?
4 different women.
4 different
Wow.
women,
Yes.
and you got a baby on the way. Okay. Huh. And John,
6 baby mothers, 11 children.
11 children. And Jemani,
Oh man.
I have 6 children with 4 different women.
4 different women.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, here's what I want us to get. That these men collectively have 87 children, that includes Jay, with 50 different women. That is 137 people who are impacted by choices and decisions that you've made. No heat, no judgment. I've got some stats for you. Children who come from fatherless homes. And I say fatherless because 6 men, 87 kids, even if you're there are pieces that are going to be missing. Would that be accurate? And I'm not saying you're not doing the best you can. I'm not saying that you don't want to be there. But at this point, you have to look at the
But they just dolls, man.
children from fatherless
They ain't
homes in
squirming,
this
moving
country,
around, begging for milk or
5
nothing. They're
times
just there.
more likely to commit suicide than children who have a father in the home. 32 times more likely to run away. 20 times more likely to have a behavioral disorder. 14 times more likely to become sexually aggressive or commit rape. 10 times more likely to engage in drug abuse. It just breaks my heart. No heat, no judgment.
Man. Man. Man.
Man, that's not. I don't even know if I can laugh on that, man. That's not.
I can.
Man,
I
that's
can
not
fucking laugh.
funny, bro.
I
That's
can
sad.
fucking laugh. That shit funny to me.
That is sad, dude.
It's funny to
You
me.
admit that you have slapped Tina.
It
That's
should
sad.
be. Hold up. Who fault is it? That's who fault is it? Who fault is it?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah.
Nigga, I don't
It's
have
not
any
rhetorical.
kids. I don't know who fault it is.
It ain't the fact. It ain't the fact that you got kids or not. It's the fact you just watched this damn video clip. So who fault is it? Who
I mean,
fault is it
it's-
that this dude got 28 motherfucking kids?
Man, they say it takes 2 to tango.
But
Yet at the same time, you know, the black woman is supposed to be raised to know that her body is a temple and she has the right to choose who or who not to let inside her temple. But yet both parties, you know, have much to blame. But by it being a woman's body, I think she had the last say so before she let that brother have kids by her.
woman 16 knew that this guy had 26 kids or 27 kids or whatever the fuck it is, or 25 or how many of he got by woman 16.
The last one, huh?
She knew. She knew.
You think she knew?
Fucking right, she knew.
How you know?
Hey, every woman that gets with a guy that got kids, she's gonna know that he got kids.
She might
Because-
think she probably thought he probably had 3 or 4. Cause that's probably who all called him on the phone when he was with her. She probably knew about the whole 28, bro, or 27 before hers.
I bet you she knew. I bet you.
Man, no way.
I bet, man. I bet
like I said,
they knew.
not 28. Like I said, she probably
Well,
knew he had
she
a
knew she
few.
was 28 when they started having. They knew. These women be knowing. They know. Because that's one thing they're gonna ask a man. He probably lied like, man, you know, I got but I don't know if they really mind all that old type of shit. Yeah.
I'm with somebody,
Yeah.
but it might not
Yeah,
be
be
working
my-
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we on bad terms. You
But
know.
at the same time, she know. Man, I can't see no women not knowing how many kids they fucking with this guy tough. Maybe he had a lot of one night stands. I mean, he couldn't have had a lot of one night stands because he got 28 kids and 16 women. So some math got to be divided in there somewhere. He got multiple kids by a lot of these women. A lot of them.
I guess a couple of them women had some comebacks.
Exactly. So no.
I'm sorry, man. That's spreading yourself a little too thin, bro.
Bro,
Like I said,
28 though, bro.
A guy can have trouble keeping up with 2 women, let alone 28
16
kids with
women.
16 women.
I wonder how old
There ain't
is
enough days in a week. You can't spend a full day with neither one of them women, dude.
Man, she should have.
You seeing them like once every 2.5 weeks.
I'm not saying that he had them all at the same time.
Yeah, because they didn't go into detail about like how far apart the kids were and stuff.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
got to be pretty close to have 28 though.
They could be, and they
We're
ain't
not
say
talking
how
about
old.
like a 9-month span.
They ain't say how old he was. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, man.
So dudes around that motherfucker.
Man,
Dude around that motherfucker.
he should have got a vasectomy for real.
That's what he should have did.
Yeah, because evidently his pullout game is not working.
Not working.
Not working at all. That shit on default.
Bro, he don't even rap. He don't even bother to rap up. 28? Bro.
Man, he gotta have an STD, man. I'm sorry, dude. Because he's not using no protection.
Man, shit, what the? 28.
Damn. Just look at a motherfucker and get her pregnant.
Damn. You talking about shit.
Do not maintain eye contact.
You talking about-
Your ass will get pregnant.
You talking about shooting your shot. That nigga never missed. He never missed, man. He never missed.
That motherfucker had a Uzi with a 28
never
round
missed.
clip.
He never missed. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like
dude.
I got 3, man. And I could have well had about 10 to 11, maybe 12, you know. But, you know, life throws curveballs, and you know what I'm saying? You make things happen that shouldn't happen. But anyway.
I could have had a couple myself, man, but it didn't work out like that.
But fucking 28, bro.
Dude, that's overkill.
28, 16 women. And he stood up and said that shit proud.
I mean,
so I commend him.
He didn't even flinch.
You need to hit the applause button for him standing
Man,
up.
I'm not gonna applause that shit.
You ain't gotta. You ain't gotta do it. I'm gonna applaud him. I'm gonna applaud.
I
I'm
am
gonna
not gonna
applaud
applaud no shit like
I'm
that.
gonna applaud this
I'm
guy.
gonna be proud of somebody that got
I'm gonna
28 kids by
I'm gonna
16
applaud
women.
this guy.
That ain't nothing to applaud, bro.
I'm gonna give him a round of applause.
That ain't nothing to applaud. That is nothing to applaud, man.
I'm gonna give him a.
See, that's the reason why that's one example why the white people are getting outnumbered right there because of shit like that.
He definitely doing
He's
that.
definitely keeping the black people legacy up.
He definitely did that shit. Man, cause
Then again, you know what? Who says that all the women he got pregnant were black? But hey, since he's black, their kids are black. If he got one drop of black blood and they black. So yeah, he just created 28 black kids.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. You need to give him a round of applause.
Man, I am not finna get this dude no round of applause, man. I am not finna get this dude a round of applause. Oh, you gonna give him a round of applause? Oh man, that's foul, dude. Man, get that.
Because I don't even know what the fuck this. I don't even know what this sound effect is. What the fuck is this? Oh,
Man,
I don't even know what the fuck that
that's a Star Trek beat me up Scottish.
Yeah,
like, well, Area 51, aliens coming up in this motherfucker?
Because he stood up and was like,
I mean, he was calm as heck. Fuck. Yes, 28 kids, 16 women. Yes, ma'am.
He said that shit
I
with
mean, bold.
Yana Van Zandt. I think, was that Yana Van
Man,
Zandt?
yeah, it was her, but I can't pronounce her name.
Ayana?
Ayana.
I think it's Ayana Van Zandt.
Ayana.
I think it is. I don't know.
You know how Mike Tyson is when it comes to S words? That's how I am when it comes to her name. I can't pronounce this shit right.
But that shit, that was hilarious, man. That shit was funny to me, man.
I wonder, did he go to an HBCU?
Man, he about dead. Get all them baby mamas. He about dead. Cause they be fucking.
I bet some of them women went to some.
No, they be
but
fucking
that's
out the
the point,
frame.
though.
They be fucking out the frame at the HBCU.
Nah, man, that's college anywhere. Everybody be fucking anywhere in college, man.
Now at white universities, man, they get drugged and get raped. If you didn't know
disclaimer, I'm not gonna support that statement.
I mean, you ain't gotta support the statement. You ain't gotta support the statement because they show where the motherfuckers, the white boys, be drugging the fucking women and raping them at the party. So you ain't gotta fucking stamp it because the news stamped it. But you don't hear about nobody getting drugged and raped at a fucking HBCU that I know of. I ain't never heard of nobody. I ain't never heard of it. But I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it happens.
I'm pretty sure it does. It just won't make the news anyway. That's not controversial enough.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, the news won't controversial. They'll be like, them black schools, they do anything there. We're not surprised at nothing that goes on there.
But old boy at fucking what it was, was it Oregon? Or it might be Texas A&M. Somewhere. Dude drugged the damn girl, man, had sex with her like outside, fool. At Baylor.
What?
That shit happened at Baylor. Yeah.
Outside.
That's why Art
like
Browse.
In public, like,
do you know,
on the school grounds in the yard?
Do you know who Art Browse is?
Man.
Okay, let me tell you who Art Browse is. Art Browse was the coach for Baylor University all them years when RG3 and all them came through there.
Okay.
That's who was the coach. And some football guy raped some girls. That way. They raped them like that. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is they do you talking about doing the most. Motherfuckers did the most, man. But it's crazy, man. It's 28 kids, 16 women, man.
Man, no words can
Can't no words describe that.
I can't. I'm sorry, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, bro. Like, bro, let your dick rest, man. Let your dick rest. Like you shouldn't beat that motherfucker or nothing. You shouldn't even. That motherfucker shouldn't even get hard or nothing. You should just let that motherfucker lay there or something.
Did his job. I'm sorry, man.
You single-handedly saved the black race, man. If we was in trouble, man, he definitely gave us like a 0.5%.
Motherfucking bronze and set it on top of the shelf as a trophy, dude.
He definitely gave us like a 0.5%.
Another 0.5% increase.
I can't even lie, man. He definitely did.
And the bad part about it is, I don't even think he's the only one. That just want to have to be on TV show, man. No telling how many people out here got kids by multiple women, dude.
It's a guy in Cleveland that got about 20. It was a guy from Mount White that had about 20.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like, hey, man, you know, shit, man.
No way in hell.
Man, what the hell they know how to do, man?
Man, shit, I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19. Shit, nigga, I don't. Fuck that.
Man, these motherfuckers some shit.
We're coming fresh out the gate.
Man,
motherfucker, he graduated with his son graduated the same year he graduated. What the fuck?
28 kids. 28 kids, man.
You got a senior and a junior. They classmates. God damn it, shit. What the fuck?
So, man, look, man. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the HBCUs, man.
Yeah, and the topic drifted off as usual.
You know what I'm saying?
But hey, it is what it is.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should close. I think they should. I think they should remain open. I mean, it's kind of hard, but I think they should try to figure out a way to recruit better, make it more enticing for kids to want to come there. Now it's a technology driven. It's technology driven now, so now it may take. It may take the schools to start implementing something for them to want to come, you know, because if they're going to be here, if they're going to be in existence, they need to figure out a way to be able to thrive, and they got to figure out a way to make people want to come there. You know what I'm saying? You got to offer an experience. for them to want to come there. That's what I think, you know. And parents, if you went to a HBCU, at least let your kid go and look at it and let them make the choice that they don't want to go there or they do want to go there. Don't try to influence them to go somewhere else.
Yeah, but I put it like this: if PWI offered your child a full scholarship, you know, hey, take advantage of it, because that just shows the ingenuity of your child. But if your child doesn't, if you know your child, and parents, you know your child. Come on now, you raise your child. You would know what type of environment they would thrive in. If you feel they would thrive in an HBCU better than they would a PWI, don't hold them back if that's where they want to go. The ultimate choice is up to them. Let them try it out. If they want to go a semester, if they don't like it, put their transfer in. It's just easy as that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if they like it, let them roll with it.
Right. So, I guess we about to end this thing. Like I say, follow me on Instagram, fucking Twitter, social, fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Kiera Kemp. I am Black Caesar. I'm gonna. What else can I put over? I'm gonna get this YouTube shit straight, so more people can view it, because we having an issue with people viewing it. I'm pretty sure some people viewing it, but they viewing it in different areas,
right?
And they'll probably comment, and we can't see everybody's comment because it's been viewed in different. It's been submitted to
platforms,
different people pages and shit,
right?
So, you know, but no, all in all, HBCUs. I think we need to start trying to get our own, and now we do have our own. I think we need to try to do our best to make sure our own is maintained and it stays functional. You know what I'm saying? So, what you want to plug? Put over? No, put over. You know, I get the word put over is a wrestling term.
Yeah, you are a wrestler fanatic. I've heard that since I've been. Yeah.
Then, you know what I'm saying, what you want to put over. That means, you know what I'm saying, what you want to win, what you want to, you know, get out there, what you want to plug.
Only thing I could say is, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what school you go to, what you decide to major in. The thing is, wherever you decide to go, it's not where you go, it's what you do when you get there. That what makes the difference. Because if your ultimate goal is to get an education, get it by any means. It don't necessarily have to be a HBCU. It don't necessarily have to be a PWI. It could be a technical college. It could be a community college, or you could learn a trade. Education is the most important key. How you get it, you know, that's up to you. Right. You get what works for you.
Right.
And that's all I have to say about that.
All right. And I want to thank everybody for listening. You know, you were awesome. You know,
awesome
for everybody that was listening.
If you just peeped in for a couple seconds, then blacked out.
Yeah. Like I say, I gotta put this over. Got to. No, at the end of this podcast, it's gonna be put on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes. I think it's called Spreaker.
Spreaker. Yeah.
It's called Spreaker. Breaker Radio, I think.
Breaker, yeah, I heard of Breaker.
And Google Podcasts. So if you want to listen to it on your downtime, you at the gym or not at the gym, or you sitting at home being bored, I think you should, you know, give us a little listen, and you may enjoy it.
And even if you don't listen, just click on it, subscribe to it, and send a like.
Man, hey.
Do that, definitely.
If you don't listen to it, please, black people, you talking about support black motherfucker, go to that shit and put 5 stars. All you folks with fucking iPhones, take your ass to iTunes. Give me 5.
And they have iPhones. When that 11 coming out?
It's already out.
It's already out. Oh, hell, they probably already got that shit.
And give our ass fucking 5 stars so that shit can start coming up and to being recommended for people to listen to get us over. God damn it, put me over.
It don't cost any money. We're not asking you to buy nothing. You just click.
You ain't gotta buy a goddamn
You click on every damn thing else. Click on the click like that shit.
Click on them motherfucking 5 stars. Like people click on the motherfucking Facebook post and to get their shit hacked. Click on that motherfucker. Hey, but I'm Black Caesar.
And I'm the professor.
And I don't want to say, no, we out.
We out this mug.
Man.
No apologies needed.
No apologies needed, man. Culture Shock Radio.
I'm always on top, feel good to be on top. I'm a grind all the time. I'm always on top. I'm always on top, feel good to be on top. I'm a grind all the time. I'm always on top. I'm always on top, feel good to be on top. I'm a grind all the time. I'm always on top. I'm always on top, feel good to be on top. I'm a grind all the time. I'm always on top.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Black Caesar, and I'm the host of the hottest podcast in the Mid-South, along with the professor. No apologies needed. Presented to you by Culture Shock Radio. Hey, pay attention. Tune in. You might learn something.